Have you ever really, truly stopped to think about why teachers are so important? It's a huge question, right? Well, today we're going to explore a really beautiful and simple answer that's found in a short poem about one of the most vital roles in our society. So let's just pause on that for a second. Seriously, imagine it. A world with no schools, nobody there to guide us. What would that even look like? It's a pretty sobering thought, and it really drives home just how fundamental teachers are to, well, everything, how we learn, how we grow. And it's exactly that question that a writer named Kevin William Huff decided to tackle, but he didn't write some long, complicated essay. Nope, he answered it with a simple poem that gives us a really heartfelt take on why teachers are so essential. And here it is. This is the poem, just like you might see it in a textbook. It's called Why God Made Teachers. And we're going to walk through it piece by piece to really dig into the different roles that Huff believes teachers play in all of our lives. So, the very first idea the poem introduces is that a teacher is way more than just an instructor. They're a special friend on our whole journey of discovery. But what does that actually mean? A friend in the classroom? Let's take a look. The poem starts with, when God created teachers, he gave us special friends to help us understand his world and truly comprehend. Right off the bat, the feeling is so personal. It's not about just memorizing facts. It's about understanding the world on a deeper level and having a companion right there beside you while you do it. So this friend role is super active. It's about helping us make sense of things, really see the beauty around us, and, this is the big one, using every little discovery to help us grow as people. It's this constant, supportive process. And I just love that the poem uses that specific word, comprehend. The textbook actually defines it as to understand something difficult. How perfect is that? It just nails it, right? It shows that a teacher's job isn't just to throw information at you, but to help you make sense of the hard stuff, to make it all click. Okay, but the teacher's role doesn't just stop at being a friend. The poem then shifts gears a little bit. It builds on that first idea, moving from a companion who walks with us to a guide who shows us the path forward. So now the poem says teachers are special guides to show us ways in which to grow so we can all decide how to live. See how this moves beyond just academics? Now we're talking about moral development, about personal growth. This is about building character, not just a bigger vocabulary. And the really crucial thing here is that this guidance is a journey. It starts by showing us how we can grow. Then it helps us navigate right and wrong. And ultimately, it empowers us to become leaders ourselves. It's almost like a transfer of strength from the teacher to the student. The poem also talks about discovering the wonder of the world. And according to the textbook's own vocabulary, wonder is something that causes surprise. I think that's such a beautiful point. A truly great teacher doesn't just give you the answers. They spark that sense of awe and keep you curious. They keep surprising you. All right, so we've seen the teacher as a friend and as a guide, but where's this all going? What's the end game? Well, the final stanza ties it all together with a really powerful conclusion. And there it is. The ultimate reason, according to this poem, was to help us learn to make our world a better, wiser place. So it's not just about us as individuals. It's about empowering each of us to go out and improve the world for everyone. So that's what it all builds to, taking the wisdom and grace you learn from a teacher and applying it on a huge scale. The final goal is nothing less than making all of society better. It's a massive mission. And that word, wiser, is doing so much work in that last line. The textbook defines wisdom as good sense and judgment, knowledge. It's not just about being smart or knowing facts. It's about having the good judgment to use what you know in a way that actually makes things better. So to wrap it all up, this poem really takes us on this beautiful journey. We start with that really personal one-on-one connection, the teacher as a friend and a guide, and we end with this huge, grand mission for the student: go out and build a better, wiser world. And all of this leads to one final, really deep question that the source material itself brings up. If teachers are the ones who guide and empower everyone else, the doctors, the engineers, the artists who shape our world, does that make teaching the profession of professions? It's a pretty powerful thought to leave you with.